Jack, thanks very much for taking a couple of minutes to talk to us this morning.
My
I know
pleasure.
that you guys get a little bit angsty and nervy at this time of the morning.
We do,
just,
definitely.
Just got your draw.
Uh-huh. I'm 8th on in the Pibroch, so I have a bit of a break, which is unusual for me. I'm quite often first or second on here. And 10th on in the MSR, so a bit of a later couple of draws for me.
So what will you do between now and the Pibroch? Will you go back to the hotel and rest?
I'm going to rest for a while
yeah.
and I like to rest for a bit and then listen to some of the other competitors
right.
who I normally don't get a chance to hear very often, and then get myself squared away for probably first after lunch.
Will you go back to the hotel to do that?
No, I'm going to
stay here.
Yeah, it's not quite a big enough break to do the hotel,
right.
I don't think.
So when did you come over this year?
I came over Tuesday.
Right.
I came over an extra day early just to try to get rid of some of the jet lag and get the bagpipes and mind.
And did that extra day help?
I'm not sure yet. Time will tell. But I think it helped a bit.
You've been coming here for more than 35 years now to this
yeah.
competition. Has it changed much over the years?
It has. I've been to this competition 15 to 20 times, I think, in the last 35 years. My first invitation was in 1978.
Right.
But I wasn't able to come. I was in university at that point, and I first came in 1981. The contest is as intense as ever. The cast of characters has changed a lot. The great pipers that were there in the early 80s, for the most part, have retired. One thing I've noticed about Scotland, it has the ability to produce fantastic pipers generation after generation. So in the mix today are some brilliant young Scottish players that some of your viewers may not be familiar with, but I can assure you they are great players.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because it's almost as if we're moving towards a kind of third generation of competitors, if you like, because there is a slightly different feel to the competition this year. There are a lot more younger players.
There are, but as I said, they're very great players. It comes a time when all of us won't be invited here. You know, it's very hard to get in here. You must win a major or get second in certain majors, and it's very difficult to do that. So it is the luck of the draw, as they say, and the performance on the day, and the judges' impressions of your playing, and of course how everyone else is playing as well.
And is that what makes this such a prestigious competition for people? The fact that you've got to qualify to get here.
That for sure adds to the credibility of the competition, and the way they treat you here is like no other contest.
Really?
Yeah, it really is professional. They treat you like the artist. It's a pleasure to be here. Absolute pleasure.
Is that not the way it works in a competition?
No, not all the time. No, often. Well, people are nice everywhere that you go, pretty much. But competitions are busy, underfunded, a lot of players in a smaller venues and these sort of things. Here's a small number of players, a big venue, and all the facilities you would require to tune and get yourself ready. So it's appreciated.
Does it almost feel like a recital from that point of view?
No, it's more intense than a recital. I've done a lot of recitals, and they are much more relaxing than this, I must say. Yeah.
So what have you done to prepare especially for today? Do you approach this competition differently from the way you approach others?
Well, I do approach it differently, more intense. Okay. After Inverness, the Northern meetings at the beginning of September, I came home and I took a whole week off, which was unusual for me. And then I started chipping away at it. I like to hear recordings of other pipers playing my tunes. I really enjoy that and learn a lot from that. And I tried to be consistent this time. Get my bagpipe organized and going well, I hope, and just be consistent every day, playing some pipes every day and doing some chanter work. And I do a lot of recording of myself, and I like to play that back and critique myself. So those are the things I've done, really.
And you're happy with your tunes for today and with the bagpipe?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. Yeah, I'm very happy with the tunes. Great tunes. Love the tunes I've been selected to play. The Pibroch is Lament for the Earl of Antrim.
Right.
So anyone would love playing a tune like that. It's just a great piece of music. And the pipes have been going well, so I'm going to try hard.
What about the venue here itself? Is that a unique venue to play in as well?
It is. It's the Great Hall. It is a great hall, and it's a big hall with a wooden stage and a wooden floor. There's a lot of vibrancy to your instrument here. There's no dulling effect that you might get on carpet and in other rooms and hotels and things around the world that I play in. So the pipe feels alive, and as a result of that, you don't hear it quite the same yourself when you're playing it. So in a duller room, you can hear your pipe more accurately. So I try to make sure that I have it all organized before I leave the final tuning room, because it'll be difficult to hear it on that stage because the instrument will be so vibrant.
But a slightly more relaxed attitude to the time you can take to tune at this competition.
There is.
As well.
There's no tuning clock. There's no pressure that way. They appreciate it if you could keep it a little bit short. Yeah, it's a little bit helpful. But we would all tune for about 5 minutes, and I don't think much more than that anyway.
Right. And you're here, you've got an extended stay, you're staying for London next week.
I am. I've decided to stay for London, a borderline call. It's a long trip, but I am staying for London. It's a major, it's next week. the Brachet Gorm. So going to hang about with friends and then go down to London next weekend.
Excellent. And you're still managing to mix up the band playing and the solo playing?
I am, yeah. I love the band, and my brother and I started that band 35 years ago. And it's in capable hands with Alan Bevan now, but I'm still a pipe sergeant all these years later, and so yeah, the band is a priority for me. This particular time of year, the band is down. Yeah. We're taking our rest after the World, so when I get back in early November, the band is right back to it with new medleys, a few new players, and lots of enthusiasm. So we're right back.
You don't even get a chance after London to put the pipes in the box for a couple of weeks before the band starts again?
Not really. I'm sure there was a band practice the first week back.
You're still after 35 years, you're still full of enthusiasm for this event and for your piping generally, yeah?
I can't explain that. That's one thing, people ask me, why am I still doing this and all of that? And it probably boils down to the passion. I still love the instrument and its amazing music, and I'm very passionate about playing it, and I just enjoy it so much. So that hasn't decreased over time.
And you and Ian Kay are flying the flag for the non-Scottish competitors this year?
We're representing Team Canada today. Our good friend Bruce Ganny wasn't here, unfortunately, and hopefully he's back next year.
Does that add another bit of pressure?
No, it adds. It's a plus for me.
Right.
Ian's a great piper and a really good friend, so I'm delighted that he's here.
Yeah. Excellent. Jack, thanks very much for talking to me.
My pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of your time. Thanks.